bit different. So, yeah, we're not going to gamble. We're going to play tough defense. We're going to bust the post and keep her from getting to the low block as much as possible, make her go behind us. We're going to front her, limit her touches that way, and then when the ball's on the wing or even up top, we're going to be all over it with ball pressure and then, get ready to back off if they try to put the ball to the floor.
Thinking is you should be there anyway if there's going to be a deflection. Talking with Dawn Neal, the Crusaders take on Avila. Game 1 of 2 from the Ashcroft Center as the women teams have the floor first. We're back with the opening tip-off after this. Welcome back inside the Ashcroft Center. Ed Beach along with Leslie Callison, and we welcome you to the Evangel Sports Broadcasting Network on this Thursday night. The first of 2 games with the women's game first. Evangel hosting Avila. And let's run down the starting lineups. First for the Eagles, coached by Larry Williams, now in his 7th season as head coach. Last year led them not only to the national tournament, but a national tournament win and into the round of 16. Three guard, 2 forward look from the Eagles. At a forward, Cassie Bruner, one of the conference's top players at 6 feet. She's a senior from Overland Park, averaging 13 points and 9 rebounds. The other forward, Samantha York, 5'9", a junior from Ellsbury, Missouri. At a guard, Jackie Waka, coming off a 16-point game Saturday at Central Methodist. Another guard, Courtney Gimlin, a local product out of Greenfield and Ozark. She is 5'8", and a senior. And the third guard is Jessica Smith, only a freshman at 5'7", out of Verona, Missouri. For the Crusaders, it's the same lineup as Saturday. At a forward, Jessica Rumfeld, 6-foot senior out of Bolivar, and Sierra McSpadden is the other forward, 6 feet, in her senior year out of Chelsea, Oklahoma, averaging 19.6 and 8.3 rebounds per game. The 3 guards, Amanda Landolt, coming off a huge game Saturday. Landolt 5'5" in her second year at a Springfield Kickapoo. Tianchi Brown, big down the stretch, and in overtime Saturday against Graceland. 5'7" junior from Gainesville, Florida, starts at another guard. And Emily Akins starts at a shooting guard, 5'7", in her second year at a Springfield Parkview. She's averaging around 13. Evangel, coached by Leon Neal in his 19th season, 384 wins, 214 losses, assisted by Dawn Neal, Caitlin Russell, and Whitney Walker, the other Evangel assistant coaches, as we're set to go on this Thursday. Avila 3-10, 2-3 in the league. Evangel 4-6, 3-1 though in conference play as we go head-to-head tonight from Ashcroft Center. Men's game again coming up next. The women's game up first, and Evangel will try to stay on this roll. They've not won 3 games in a row yet this year. They've had back-to-back wins now twice, trying to string together 3 straight. And again, Leslie, a chance to stay around the top of the conference.
And that would be a big deal right now. Again, early in the season, the more W's you can put in that column, the better. It's a tough season, this stretch from January to March. So earlier, the hotter start you can get off to, the better.
Angel's had a good beginning, and then they control the opening tip and are underway. Evangel in home white, maroon letters and numbers. They'll shoot at the basket to our left in the first half. Crusaders are looking at a zone from Avila to start the night. That is a little different look from them. Top of the key, Tianchi Brown, actually left wing, lobs it underneath, looking for Rumfelt. They swarm her. She catches, has the ball knocked out of her hands, and it's picked up by the Eagles. Avila in road black, purple letters and numbers. They'll shoot to the basket on our right. Here's a three try right off the bat. That's off the back of the rim. No good from Gimlin. Evangel the rebound. Didn't waste much time and let her fly in the first offensive possession from Avila. Here's Aikens right wing. She's open from 22. Missed it long. Rebound comes out on the weak side to Samantha York. And Avila goes the other way. Out front, Waka kicks it off left wing. Into the lane goes Jessica Smith, puts up a shot and banks it in off the glass from the middle of the lane. They may be looking for a different starting combination, as Smith, who did not start or play a ton of minutes on Saturday, gets a start today. Here's Tianchi Brown, top of the key. Left corner for Aiken. Left wing, Rumfelt. 19-footer from Jessica's off the back of the rim. Rebound tipped, and Avila recovers. Eagles go the other direction. Waka brings it up, guarded by Landol. Swings it left side. Smith on the right wing to Gimlin, gets across the lane, takes it to the far corner. Smith with it back, now to Waka out front. Back to the left wing, Courtney Gimlin. Driving baseline, a little runner from about 10 feet left of the lane is good to make it 4-0 Avila. An aggressive start for the Eagles. They're showing a little bit of a 1-3-1 look now against Evangel. Tianchi Brown to Rumfelt, top of the key. To Landolt, right side Aikens. Aikens will dribble it back out front. We've played 2 minutes. Evangel looking to get a scoreboard. Here's Brown from the corner. Pass out front. They're going to call it travel, saying she dragged a pivot foot as she tried to dish off back out front.
The great idea. She penetrated the two defenders and drew them both to her, but just, like you said, drug her foot a little bit and got that traveling call. I think Evangel's going to need to move the ball maybe a little faster against that zone if they want to get a little more open look.
They're looking for ways to attack it. Here's a pass dumped underneath the walk on a back door. Missed the layup, then got her own rebound. Takes it to the far corner, and a three from there is no good. Landolt had the rebound, but knocked out of her hands, but the Crusaders will keep it. The zone has kind of thrown Evangel off a bit. They're still looking for ways to attack it. They're getting the ball moved around the perimeter, but Avila doesn't mind that because it's not freeing up an open shot. Tianchi looked to attack it last possession. Here's Aikens out front now. Left corner or left wing for Landolt. Cross court to Tianchi. She'll go baseline. Split two defenders. Missed the shot underneath. McSpadden the rebound, and she is tied up. That's going to give it to Avila and change of possession. And Leslie, that may be the first time that McSpadden has had her hands on the ball tonight. That's one thing that the Avila zone has done. The Crusaders can't find her to get her open.
And she held the ball just a little too low for a little too long, allowing a smaller guard to come in and get a handle on it. But the first time she's touched the ball. So Avila has been successful so far.
Foul line jumper by Jessica Smith is missed. Evangel the rebound. They'll clear it up floor. Landolt will bring it up. Still 4-0 Eagles. Here's Landolt at the point. Back to Aikens right side. To the foul line in McSpadden, who's covered up. Landolt left of the key for three. Off the back of the rim. Rebound Avila. And they'll look to clear it.
The shot didn't fall, but I liked the movement that they had, getting it to McSpadden high and then finding Landolt. She had a good look at the basket. The shot just didn't drop.
Go inside then outside. Here's a steal. Brown takes it away, leads a break the other direction. She'll drive, get a shot blocked, but we got a foul. Was waiting for that, and sure enough, they do ring up Avila for the foul. It's sending Brown to the line with 16:28 to go in the half. Well, that's one way to combat a stifling zone. Create a transition opportunity on the defensive end. Foul charge to Samantha York. Free throw by Brown. Rattles through, and Evangel on the scoreboard. Tianchi averaging 6.5 points per game. Second free throw is good. 4-2. Evangel trailing by a bucket early. Jackie Waka brings it up for the Eagles. Waka between the circles. Left wing to Samantha York. Down to the corner to Smith. She'll dribble to the wing. Now left of the arc. Goes to Waka, right of the arc. Get a screen to her left. 17-footer from in front of the foul line is good. Waka averages 6, but at 16 Saturday. That, though, in a loss at Central Methodist, 69-53. She was their only player in double figures. Right side, Landolt. Goes across court to Brown. She'll drive to the baseline, dump it to McSpadden. Sierra double team. Back to Brown. Baseline jumper. Rattles in and out from 17. Rebound Avila. They'll push the other direction. Waka spins free at the right of the arc, and now will set up into their offense. Waka with a left-hand dribble. Kicks it off to the left wing. With it there, Smith. Goes across the arc now to Courtney Gimlin. She'll fire a 17-footer. That's no good. Rebound tipped in the hands of Bruner, and Avila resets. Left corner, a three is good from the far corner by Samantha York. And it's 9-2. Avila out in front early. That comes Evangel. McSpadden knocks over a player in a screen, and that frees up Brown, who misses the tray. Rebound picked up by Avila, and the Eagles will go the other direction. Well, that might have gone down the well, but rattled out. Evangel still has not hit from the floor yet. We're more than 5 minutes in.
No, they've had some really good shots, good looks at the basket. It's just they're not dropping yet.
Gimlin to the free throw line. Bounce pass in the lane to Bruner. Turnaround shot, good over Rumfeld. Her first basket. As Evangel struggling early, you really don't want Bruner to get going, but all 5 Eagles that have started have scored now. It's 11-2 Avila. McSpadden at the foul line. Backs it up to Akins. Left wing Landolt. Back inside to McSpadden. Double team. They swing it out front to Akins. Right corner Brown. Lobs it right of the lane for Rumfeld. She's covered up. Back to Tianj Brown. She'll fire a three. It's off the front of the rim. No Crusaders can get to the rebound. Avila will go the other way. Well, a double whammy there. Evangel trying to get it to McSpadden. They know to cover her up. They also know to not give Akins space from the perimeter. Here's a three by Smith, right wing. That's off the back of the rim. Rebound Tianchi Brown. Landolt will push it the other way. Amanda Landolt to the top of the key. Backs up with a right-hand dribble. Over to Akins. Back to Landolt. Swung left for Brown. Now McSpadden left block. Turnaround shot blocked by Bruner. And it's pulled out of there by Avila. Eagles will go the other way. And when you haven't had your hands on the ball much in the game, you tend to rush it, Leslie. McSpadden was an uncharacteristic shot from her.
Yeah, a little bit forced. She was probably a little too well defended on the other end by Bruner, but it was kind of nice to at least see her get the opportunity from the block.
Here's Smith right side. Out front to Gimlin. Drives left, kicks it off left corner. Covered up there is York. Pass out front, covered by Waka. She'll get to the foul line, run into Rumfeld, and throw it out of bounds. Shot clock went off anyway, but it'll be Evangel's ball, and we'll see Bailey Irvine come in for the first time. She will place Tianchi Brown. Irvine, 5'8", a junior out of Hillcrest who transferred from North Arkansas. Crusaders walk it the other direction. Irvine left of the arc. Gets it to the foul line to Rumfeld, right side to Landolt, who fakes a three, drives baseline, throws it off the glass and scores. That's how she got a bunch of her points on Saturday. Leslie, they'll need to find some seams in this to attack this thing.
And she did a great job. Bruner didn't move her feet at all. Landolt taking a couple extra dribbles to get around her and get an easy layup.
There's a hand check foul against the Crusaders on a drive baseline by Avila. Landolt can either score or get fouled or get someone else open on that dribble drive. That's just been cut off so far from the Eagles. As Evangel brings in Danielle Latt and Ariel Robinson now. McSpadden and Rumfeld rotate out. Foul charge to Akins. Inbound to Gimlin. Open 17-footers off the back of the rim. Rebound tracked down by Landolt. She'll push it up the other way. Landolt had it knocked away from behind. It's loose at the foul line and tied up. Evangel has the arrow this time. Crusaders may look to run more just because Avila, you don't want to give them time to set up a zone. Irvine will inbound. Landolt will get Evangel into their offense. Avila packing it in a 1-3-1 look. Akins to Irvine between the circles. Robinson to the foul line. Reversed right side to Akins. She's covered up. Now to Irvine. Foul line to Robinson. Jumper from there is long. Rebound winds up in the far corner and picked up by Avila. 12:05 to go, first half, and the Crusaders trail 11-4. On the right side, this is Michaela Brinkley, who came in during the last break. Now to Waka. She'll go left, pull up jumper from 18. Good. (13-4). Angel the other way. Irvine left side. Akins right side to Landolt. Cross court to Irvine. She'll fire a three left wing, and it's short. Rebound Avila. Right now they're getting about every board, and they're going to call an over-the-back foul on Robinson. Trying to get the rebound from behind. The Crusaders still have not quite gotten started yet. We'll see Tianchi Brown come in. Landolt will take her first break.
You know, on the rebounding, sometimes that's a weakness of a zone where it's a little more difficult sometimes to get those defensive boards because you don't have a specific person you're putting body on, but Avila not showing any signs of that being a problem at this point. Evangel not taking advantage of that.
Out front, they get it to the left wing. Waka drives, pull-up jumper from the left elbow, nearly airballed, winds up in Irvine's hand. It's almost like Evangel can't penetrate the zone either off the dribble, with the pass, or even on a rebound.
Exactly.
Avila owns everything, about 17 feet and in. Here's Irvine left wing. Out front to Akins. Lobs the foul line to Robinson. Now Irvine again, underneath Rumfeld. Make that latch. She's swarmed in the lane and tied up, and Avila's going to have it.
It was a great cut and a good idea by Lat, just not executed really that well as far as the pass, a little too low for her and kind of bobbled it a little bit. But it was a great idea. There was an open seam there that she tried to take.
Passing has not been crisp from Evangel.
No, it really hasn't.
I mean, the ball movement sometimes has been good, but they're not getting the passes in position for a player to score. As a humongous two steps taken by Courtney Gimlin will result in a travel violation. Evangel will have the ball back.
Yet if they're not careful, Avila plays a pretty aggressive zone. They're pretty quick on those skip passes, and if Evangel doesn't make them any more crisp, they may get the ball taken away a few more times.
Here's Brown right side, covered up from three, goes to Irvine between the circles. Bailey lobs it back door for Robinson, who got pushed catching the pass. She got open in the back door of that. Evangel did a nice job spotting her and draws the foul against the Eagles.
Yeah, Jordan Farmer a little late dropping down to that block. Gets called for that foul, and a good eye from the outside to spot Ariel Robinson open.
Akins to Danielle Latt, top of the key. Back to Akins on the right wing. Cross court to Irvine. Foul line Robinson. She'll fire a 17-footer. Miss it left of the rim. Rebound Danielle Latt. The shot clock reset. It went left of the iron and did not hit rim, so that'll wind up with about 17 maybe on the shot clock.
Probably, I think the shot went off at like 21, so.
That's not bad, 23.
Okay, we'll take a few.
A lot closer than I was. Beating me in that game tonight. Here's Akins out front. Kickoff to Brown, three-point try. Left wing is good.
If Evangel can get a few of those to drop, that may change Avila's approach on defense.
Toughest start as it's been. The Crusaders hanging in there. It's 13-7 Avila. There's a drive by Waka. Missed the layup. Rebound Robinson. Tianchi Brown finds Akins, and the Crusaders bring it up the far side. Brown will get him into their offense. Tianchi looks for Robinson. Feeds her at the foul line. Kickoff to Irvine. Three try. Good by Bailey. Back-to-back threes by the Crusaders, and they're back within a possession at 13-10. 9.5 to go here in the first. Waka flips a pass left side. And a 18-footer from Brinkley is knocked down from inside the key.
Well, Evangel's going to really have to work on defending that screen, that high screen. The help defender needs to step up a little sooner. They've gotten Avila's gotten several perimeter shots off and several points by that helper not coming up a little sooner.
Akins to Brown right wing. Puts it on the floor and maybe taking a little hop step as she got around the defender in the right wing. We'll see Bree Walsh coming into the game for the first time. Walsh 5'9", a senior out of Clever. First year playing basketball after A volleyball career from the Crusaders ended last year. Landolt is back in. She's going to harass Waka up floor. Waka up the far side. Still looking for room in the backcourt. Swings it with a pass to Michaela Brinkley. Brinkley to her left. Gets it left of the arc. There's Smith. Make that Gimlin. Backing her way in on Akins. Now they get it inside to Bruner. Knocks over Walsh and scores underneath. Walsh will learn to hold ground a little better. At least tonight that's not going to be a foul, which is kind of, hate to say it, but refreshing.
Yes, I agree.
Here's Irvine again for three. Knocks down another left of the arc. Evangel didn't get the call underneath a moment ago, but you kind of have the 50 foul games kind of get a little tiresome in this league in the women's side. 3-try left side. Gimlin, it's good. Courtney Gimlin answers the Evangel tray, and it's 20-13. Eagles on top with 8 minutes to go in the half. Landolt to her left. Got a step on Waka. Now they find Akins. 23-foot bomb is good. A barrage of threes now from the Crusaders. That's the first one from Akins. Crusaders down 4. Evangel matched the season high with 9 3-pointers made against Graceland on Saturday. Brinkley to the top of the key to Samantha York. Now they go inside to Bruner. Jump hook partially blocked by Robinson, but they call a foul. It's going to be free throws for Bruner and the foul on Ariel Robinson. That's the third foul against the Crusaders. The second one on Ariel. Bruner's free throw, good. She is 6th in the conference in scoring, averaging 13. 9 rebounds a game, is third best in the conference. Overland Park native, and second free throw is no good. Tipped rebound comes out to Landolt. Landolt puts it up over to Akins. Swung around to Irvine. Underneath for Rumfeld. Turnaround shot in the lane is good. Rummy's first 2, and it's 21-18. Crusaders trail by 3.
That was one of the best offensive possessions I think we've seen so far as the crispness of the passing and the ball movement.
Here's a 3 from the far corner over the rim by about 2 feet into the hands of Bailey Irvine. Irvine picks up a dribble to Akins left wing. Out front to Landolt. Landolt looking right, no one open. Has to lob it for Irvine. Now high post for Rumfeld. Back to Bailey on the right wing. Cross court to Akins. 22-footer. In and out, no good. Rebound Avila. Looked good out of her hand, but a deep 3. Baseball pass linked to the floor. They're going to fire a 3. Missed it in transition. Rebound tapped out to the near side. Tracked down by the Eagles. Avila resets. Left wing Gimlin. Lobs for Bruner, who catches and scores. Rumfeld could not quite get around on top to shut down the pass.
Was maybe a poor decision. She wasn't really in the best position when that pass came in to get around. She should have just went ahead and backed off to defend from the backside.
Here's Akins, left wing Irvine for 3. Missed it long, and they're going to call Rumfeld for the push from behind. 5:53 to play in a half. It is 23-18. Avila leads Evangel. Rumfeld's first. Jessica Smith back in for the Eagles. McSpadden back in for Evangel. Waka brings it up, battled by Landolt. Still shy of midcourt. Now gets it across. They're going to call a push, I think. Well, no, they're not. They're going to say an arm bar first on Amanda Landolt. That's tough. I mean, if an official's in a tough spot there, because the defender's trying to hold her ground. Yeah, the Waka did push off, but I think you've got to call the first contact there. Landolt just kind of gets a tough break. That could go either way. Could see the side on that one for a defensive foul. Smith left wing has it against McSpadden. Gets a screen top of the arc. They swing it to the right wing to Waka. She'll puts it on the floor to her left. Gets right of the key. Drives left of the lane. Kick out pass to York. She'll take it to the top of the arc. give it up to Smith. Smith left of the key, makes a stop-and-go move. Ball poked free, but picked up in the corner. A deep three left corner by Avila off the back of the rim, no good. Landolt hangs on for a rebound, now pushes it up floor. Ahead to Akins, right sideline. Back to Landolt, left side McSpadden, touch pass to Irvine. Underneath Rumfelt, right side Akins for three. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound Avila. They lead by 5 with under 5 minutes to go in the half. Waka the other way. Right side Samantha York. She'll dribble to her right, go baseline, swing it to Bruner, who traveled, shuffled her feet before driving right.
I felt like if York would have kept going, she may have had an open seam to the basket.
More of an inside player. Sometimes you're out there like that, you don't see it. Pass goes cross court. Backdoor cutting is McSpadden, and she'll get her first basket of the game there, and a nice backdoor cut. Scoring right of the hoop, and it's 23-20 Avila. And the Eagles want a timeout. 4:23 to play, first half. Eagles 23, Evangel 20. With a timeout on the court, we're back after this on the Crusaders Sports Network.
I forgot to write down a basket earlier.
No idea where I'm at. Also, if you're not looking on fouls, because I missed one a while ago.
Which team? Us? Did you say fouls?
What's that?
Oh, I didn't know if you said. Did you say something about missing out on fouls?
I may be off by a couple.
Oh, okay.
Back at the Ashcroft Center, 23-20. Avila leads Evangel late first half, 4:18 to go in the first. Eagles have the lead and the ball as they bring it up. Left wing Courtney Gimlin driving baseline, runs into McSpadden, swings a pass out front to Bruner. Left wing for Smith. She backs up, fires a 23-footer that's off the glass, no good. Evangel controls the rebound. Landolt, who's had a bunch of rebounds in the first half, will bring it up. Landolt to her left. Left corner for Bailey Irvine. Underneath for McSpadden. Sierra double teamed. Out front to Landolt to Akins. She's covered up from 3 range and backs up with a dribble. Now Landolt to the foul line. McSpadden. She's open for 3. Rimmed it right side of the rim. No good. And Rumfelt gets the offensive rebound and got fouled in a putback try. And Leslie, I think during the timeout, Leon Neal may have challenged his team to get a lot more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Well, they should, because nobody put a body on Rumfelt, so she was in great position to get that rebound.
First free throw is good. She just looked like that was a more determined effort. She wasn't the only white jersey that crashed the boards. Second free throw is good. She makes both. Rumfelt averaging 6 a game with 4 now, and the Crusaders are within 1, 23-22. Right wing, Jessica Smith goes left side for Brinkley. She'll dribble across the key. Now Gimlin. Gimlin falls down as a pass stolen by Bailey Irvine. Irvine doesn't have numbers, makes a stop-and-go move and peels back out front. Cross court, Akins, right wing for 3. Missed it off the back of the rim. Rebound Avila, and they'll look to clear it up floor.
I think another thing he must have talked to them about was stepping up on helping on the screen on defense, because they've done a little better job of getting a hand in the face of the ball handler.
Avila runs what you call a dribble weave, just constant ball screens. There's an offensive foul. I was wondering when they were going to call that, as Bruner called for a moving screen off of the ball. This will be Evangel's ball back and a chance at the lead with 2:53 to go. Larry Williams thought she was set, so he's working the official that gave it back to the Crusaders. Landolt drives, has the ball slip out of her hands. It rolls out of bounds, last touched by the Eagles. One thing about that dribble weave, even if you stay disciplined on defense, it wears you out after a while.
Get tired of battling those screens.
Inbounds comes to Akins, goes to Rumfelt left of the lane, turnaround jumper no good. Rebound Avila. You know what's coming, and sometimes that's mentally fatiguing.
Yes.
Waka flips it to her right to Samantha York. She'll drive to her right, puts up a runner right of the lane and scores. York with 5. Back to a 3-point edge for Avila with 2:20 remaining in the half. See Tianchi Brown come in at the next whistle. Akins left wing. Backs up at the point over to Bailey Irvine. Irvine back to Akins. Akins against the zone, throws it cross court for Landolt. Now to Irvine, right corner 3 is off the back of the rim. Rebound tipped and recovered by Avila. 2 minutes to go in the half. Eagles push it up. Baseball pass to Smith. Smith left wing, backs it up to Waka. He gets it across the top of the key. Back to Smith left wing. She'll take it out front with a dribble. Lobs for Bruner left of the lane. Bruner in the paint, turnaround shot partially blocked, picked up off the floor by Irvine, and Evangel walk it the other way. Minute 30 to play in the half. The Crusaders trail by 3. Nice job of hanging in for Evangel after a very slow start. Irvine to Akins right side. Now to McSpadden between the circles. Landolt left wing. Backed out front to McSpadden. 23-foot bomb is off the back of the rim. Rebound tip to Akins. Emily right wing has lost her dribble. Goes cross court to Landolt. Left side Irvine. Cross court Akins. Right wing 3. Good this time from Akins. She has 6. We're tied at 25 all. An 11-2 start for Avila. And Evangel's drawn even. Avila the other way. Smith left side. Gets it across the key. Now down the lane, drives, and scores on a layup. Evangel went reaching, but never cut her off, and it's the Eagles up 27-25.
McSpadden tried to fight through the screen, going over the top of it, and it gave her man just enough room to get to the basket.
Irvine to the middle of the lane. Rumfelt's turnaround shot is in and out. Battle for the rebound is tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Avila. Crusaders blocked out there, but you can see a little more determined effort to get a board. They stayed with it and tried to fight for it. Tianchi Brown was at the bench or at the score table ready to come in. They're gonna change that up and actually not put her in with 20 seconds to go in the half. They'll keep it as is. Avila can play for the final shot of the half. Waka over the midcourt line with 10 seconds to go in the half. Hands it off to Gimlin. Right side Smith. Smith left of the arc. Now they go down low to Bruner left of the lane. Top of the key. Smith's 3 is no good at the horn. An Evangel will trail going to the locker room at halftime, but it could be a lot worse for the Crusaders as they trail by just 2 at the break. Halftime, it is the Eagles 27, the Crusaders 25. Back with the first half scoring recap when we return after this on the Evangel Crusaders Sports Network. Alrighty. Yeah, actually. Oh, not on camera. Except that maybe seeing the top of our heads.
Oh, I hope not. I don't have enough makeup on for that.
Single camera shot there.
I don't think I've ever seen a women's half where there's not been a bonus situation.
Oh,
there's only 9 fouls in the first at all, period.
Oh, have you got us tuned in?
We're getting some extra stats in there. I like that.
I think it's updated every year, whether we want it updated or not.
Oh, okay. I kind of like that, though. I like having all that extra little info. Huh. We're actually out rebounding them.
Wow. Back at the Ashcroft Center, Ed Beach along with Leslie Callison. The Evangel men's team warming up for their game later on tonight, but we're at halftime of the women's game with Avila leading Evangel 27-25 at the half. And time for a game recap from Empire Bank, where teamwork always pays off. A good start by Avila. They jumped out to a 11-2 lead early before Evangel chipped away and actually had the score tied late before the Eagles got a layup to take a 27-25 lead at the half. And Leslie, while the coaching staff probably was a little bit perturbed at the slow start, and still not exactly going fluid yet for the Crusaders at either end of the floor so far, have to feel good about the way they chipped back, hung in, and then once they got close, did not let Avila pull away again, and are very much still in this thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, they did get off to a slow start. And like you mentioned, still maybe not in the greatest of rhythms yet. Some of the passing not as crisp as it could be, or the ball movement is as quick as it needs to be against the zone. But they've hung in there. They've had some good shots, but I think it's kind of all about the percentages right now. Avila shooting 44%, the Crusaders 31%. And so that's been where there's been a problem. And the shots have been good shots, just not dropping through the net for whatever reason. So they kind of clamped down finally on defense a little bit, not giving Avila maybe as open of a look from the perimeter as they had initially, and kind of coming back in this thing. So we'll see maybe if they can jump off to a better start coming out of gate the second half.
Evangel is 8 for 26, 5 of 16 from three range, while Avila is 12 out of 27 from the floor. So a big disparity from the field, and that has been the one stat that jumps out at you as the Crusaders trail 27-25 at the half. Avila led by Cassie Bruner. She leads all scorers with 7. For the Crusaders, Emily Akins with a pair of threes has 6. Bailey Irvine with a pair of threes, 6 for the Crusaders. 27-25, Avila leads at the half. Back with more of our halftime coverage when we continue in a minute in the Crusaders Sports Network.
Dinner.
When those come from our vending machine?
No, I brought them from school.
That means you didn't overpay for them.
No. Keep a big thing from Sam's.
You shouldn't drop $1.25 on that. Welcome back to the Ashcroft Center. It is halftime. Women's contest, Avila leads Evangel 27-25 at intermission. On Saturday, the Crusaders take on Culver Stockton. Women's game at 2 o'clock, men's game at 4, as Evangel goes back on the road. Both games broadcast on ESPN 1400 and AudioSportsOnline.net on Saturday as Evangel returns to action. While we're on the road to Canton, actually we leave tomorrow afternoon on that trip. And while we're in transit, Evangel will have an event at Hillcrest High School with the signing of tennis player Brianna Feemster, who will sign a letter of intent with the Crusaders tomorrow afternoon. Leslie Callison joining us on the broadcast today. In addition to doing, 100 other things, you also coach tennis at Parkview. So you've been against Brianna Feemster to head before, and Evangel feeling fortunate and feeling like they've got a pretty good get and from a city tennis player in Feemster, who's been one of the best in the city, really, and one of the best in Southwest Missouri for 4 years.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have had to go against Brianna Feemster. Not me personally, but my number one player at Parkview, who is a fine player herself, has had to face, and it just seems like every time there's a chance, she gets matched up against Brianna somehow. So she is a fantastic player, and I think that's an extreme coup for Evangel to get her to sign here. She's a fun player to watch on the court because she's very even-keeled. I mean, never really demonstrates a ton of emotion, whether it's, super happy or just super mad at herself. I mean, she's just so calm, and the way she plays, it's just fun. She gets to stuff that you think, how in the world did she just get that ball? And not only get to it, but actually make a good shot with it, So fantastic player, and comes from a very good family as well. I think it's a great signing for Evangel.
There are not a lot of college-produced players in Southwest Missouri, and for Evangel to get one has some significance to it because of the 6 players on the roster currently, only one is from Southwest Missouri, and that one is from Lamar. So have to feel good about putting at least what local talent there is and having a chance to keep that at home now in Feemster becoming a Crusader tomorrow.
Absolutely, because I think it generates local interest in the team, which can be a good thing for Evangel, because with Feemster being there, the local paper might pick up on that just a little bit more and just maybe create a little more local buzz with the program. And
the program is doing well. They had a player qualify for nationals as an individual last fall. Amy Grossklag, who's a Florida native. Crusaders have had some success. A couple of players from Mexico in recent years. Grossklag now, who's only a sophomore. The team went 12-5 a year ago and was just a few points away from a match win that would have gotten the team to the NAIA National Tournament. And that's a first in a long, long time for the Evangel tennis program. And again, a big moment for them tomorrow, and they will sign Brianna Feemster in a signing event at Hillcrest High School at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon, and an exciting event at least for that sport and for Evangel athletics tomorrow afternoon. Again, we're at halftime. It's Evangel trailing Avila, Eagles 27, the Crusaders 25. Our second half will come up as we'll take you to our second 20 minutes from the Ashcroft Center when we return after this timeout. All right. I'm glad we get the quiet ones, so it's... We're back at the Ashcroft Center where Evangel trails Avila 27-25 and ready for our second half to start. Evangel's ball to start the second half, and to take you through it, here is Leslie Callison.
All right, thank you, Ed. Evangel does indeed get the ball to begin the second half. They'll be moving from our left to our right. In the second 20 minutes of play, Avila still showing that zone defense. Landolt takes the inbounds pass. Aikens left wing, gets it to Brown, top of the key. Brown moves it right side to Landolt, fakes the shot, dribbles top of the key now, passes off to Aikens. Aikens moved it to left. Rumfeld gets the ball inside, is battled from behind by Bruner, and Bruner is going to be charged with her second foul of the game. Only 9 total fouls in the first half. The first time, Ed, I think ever I've seen a women's game where they've not been in a bonus situation.
Or one within 5 minutes.
Right, exactly. Evangel inbounds the pass. Landolt with it top of the key. She'll reset the offense from there. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Brown fires a three, nails it. Evangel struggled a little out of the gate the first half. Not so here. They strike first and take the first lead of the game, 28-27. Avila on their end facing man-to-man defense from the Crusaders. Passing it right side to Waka. Takes a couple of dribbles, backs it back out. Gets it top of the key, Smith. Whistle underneath, away from the ball. It's going to go against Evangel, called against Jessica Rumfeld. That is her third personal. Not many fouls called, but Rumfeld called. Make that only second personal. I guess I must have stuck her with an extra one. Spin move by Bruner in the paint. Ball taken away by Brown. Crusaders get it back and will head the other way, holding on to their 1-point lead. 1 minute ticks off the clock. Ball swatted. Aikens recovers it, though. Errant pass. Landolt's got it wide open on the baseline. Shuffles her feet as she's heading to the basket and will be whistled for the traveling violation. Landolt will challenge Waka full length of the court. Everybody else drops back in man-to-man. Half court. Waka gets it across the center line. Takes it top of the key. Both players hit the deck. Ball kicked out to Samantha York. Fires a three. No good. McSpadden with the rebound. Hands it off to Landolt. Avila drops back in half-court defense. Kind of a 2-3 zone that they form. Brown with the ball, left side. Splits two defenders, finds Landolt, head fakes. This time she pulls up for a shot as her defender doesn't buy it. Three-pointer is good. Whistle underneath, away from the ball.
Let's see what we've got.
Basket does count. They're going to call Brown for the foul. Fighting for a potential rebound.
Good shot by Amanda. They didn't buy a ball fake that time, and if they're not going to, then Evangel, they've got to have her hit that to make her come out or make Avila count and guard her.
Bounce pass to Bruner. She kicks it back out to Gimlin. Feeds it right back to Bruner. Spin move at the block, puts it up, and it's good. Her first basket of the half. She's got 9 in the ball game. Evangel, though, still leads. It's now 31-29. Almost 40 to go. Aikens right wing, top of the key to Brown. Staying wide on the perimeter now Landolt. Skip pass to Aikens. Brown fires from the right wing. Shot just a little short. Bounced off the front of the rim. Bruner with the board.
Still, they're doing a good job of keeping the ball out of the lane from the Crusaders. You know they want to go inside, but making Evangel shoot from the perimeter.
Smith takes a fake, takes it to the elbow. Now will go to her left. McSpadden, though, cuts her off, and she has to kick it back out. Walker with the ball top of the key. She fakes at the elbow, dishes out to Gimlin. Gimlin fires from a three. Looked like it might be good. Ball batted around, and Waka comes up with a board. She's a drive. Nobody picked her up, and she has an easy path to the basket and has retied this ball game. It's 31 all. Just under 17 to play. Landolt walks it up the floor. Passes to Brown. Brown finds a cutting Aikens. Still out on the perimeter, now back to Brown. Looking inside, will lob it down for McSpadden. A little underneath the basket, dribbles back out, puts it up off the glass and in. Wasn't sure if she was going to be able to back herself out enough to get in position to shoot. Waka passes out on the perimeter to Gimlin. Gimlin left open for the three, nails it.
Aikens just couldn't track her down. She had to go underneath to help out on the post and just could not close the distance to cover up that shot.
And with that three by Gimlin, The Eagles retake the lead. Evangel trails by 1, 33-34. Evangel takes a timeout. We'll take one here as well. We'll be right back after this.
Let's take two.
Welcome back to the Ashcroft Center. Leslie Callison and Ed Beach with you on this Thursday evening. The Evangel Lady Crusaders out on the floor to begin this doubleheader. Men to follow. Evangel came out at half and took a quick lead, their first of the game, but have lost that. And they did so on a three-pointer by Avila's Courtney Gemlin. And now Evangel finds themselves trailing by 1, 33-34. But they have the ball. They get that lead back. Aikens top of the key. It to Landolt, left side. She dribbles back towards the top of the perimeter. Passes off to Brown. Brown skips it across to McSpadden. She'll drive left, has to back it back out though. Skips it over to Aikens. Aikens finds Brown. About a 17-foot jumper. Good. Evangel hasn't had many two-point field goals tonight. But
Good
Brown,
ball movement there,
yes.
Leslie, and it created a seam, and Brown hit the mid-range shot.
Brown now in double figures with 10 points for the Crusaders as they lead again by 1. Pass kicked out to York for Avila. Scoop pass to Waka, right side. Foul away from the ball. They may get Rumfeld again. And they do. They're going to stick her with the foul. I think she pushed a little bit too much underneath.
Bruner was going to the high post and she was open. And if Rumfeld doesn't kind of push her over, then Bruner's going to catch it at the elbow and is in position to shoot, score, or do something that's going to hurt you. And Lat has to come in now for Rumming.
That's Rumfeld's third foul. They're going to challenge Lat right away as Bruner spins on her, but nearly airballs a shot, and Evangel picks up the rebound. Landolt brings it top of the key. Now to Brown, right side. Evangel just been working the perimeter. Kicks it over to Landolt, left side. She's going to drive baseline. Has to pick up the dribble, though. Finds Aikens at the top. Now Brown, right side. She'll fire from 3. Leaves it a little short, and Bruner gets the carom. Waka takes it to the top for Avila. Finds Gimlin left side. She'll drive, kick it out to Smith. Smith brings it top of the key. Finds Samantha York. She mishandles it a little bit, but gets the pass to Waka. Foul again away from the ball. A lot of battle in the paint.
That was a little more subtle, where Rumfeld just kind of shoved Bruner from behind a moment ago. Lat had a knee and was trying to displace Bruner on the block, and that's what drew the whistle.
So Lat picks up her first foul. Shot fired from Gimlin, no good, but Bruner comes up with a rebound. Lat didn't have good position. A couple Crusaders fighting for it, but Gimlin has it out front. Now Smith fakes the 3, drives baseline and gets McSpadden, puts up the shot from the left side, no good. Lat comes up with the board. Lat's going to have to put a body on Bruner. She's going to get those rebounds if you let her. Pass intended for Landolt. Somehow, miraculously, she comes up with it. Aikens fires a 3, no good. Ball poked into the hands of Samantha York, and Avila will push it to the other end. Top of the key for Waka. Looking for somebody. Hands off to Smith. Smith now to Gimlin. Passes it right back to Smith. Lat got caught on a screen. 3-pointer fire, no good. Aikens gets the rebound and gets fouled.
Waka was on her back. The Ozark product is going to get called for a foul there. Good block out by Emily.
Great block out. She had perfect position. Waka gets called for her first personal. It's the second team foul for Avila. Evangel with 4 team fouls on the half. Brown with the ball left side. Now Aikens, top of the key. Puts it on the floor, passes to Landolt. Landolt looking inside, and instead goes top to Brown. Brown back to Landel. She's going to drive right side, backs it back out to the baseline. Pass intercepted, though, by Ginlin. She's open, has a left-handed layup, puts it up, and it's good. Nobody could get back in time to get her. Gimlin now in double figures, and that's going to prompt an Avila timeout. Avila leads once again 36-35 as they take a timeout on the floor. We'll take one here, too. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the Ashcroft Center. Lady Crusaders taking on the Avila Eagles. Evangel 4-6 on the season with a 3-1 conference record so far. Avila coming in with a record of 3-10 and sitting at 2-3 in the conference. Evangel with the ball. They trail by 1, 35-36. A little under 13 and a half minutes to play in the second half. Landel bringing it down the floor. Brown's got it left side. Has to pass to it Akins. Akins splits a couple of defenders, but kicks it out to Landel. Pass goes in to Ariel Robinson, who checked in during the timeout. And that foul is going to be called against Samantha York underneath. They get a pass inside to Danielle Latt. Crusaders will inbound it underneath their own basket. First foul. For make that McCaleb. Brinkley. Three team fouls for the Eagles. Avila with the ball, and they're in. Samantha York passes to Gimlin. Gimlin gives it right back to York, who's going to fire to three. Ball tipped by Brown and cleaned up by Landolt. Akins pushing the ball on the right side. Skip pass across the court to Brown. Lobs down low to Robinson, just out of her reach, though, off her fingertips and out of bounds under Evangel's basket.
Not a great angle to make the pass, but on the other end, you don't have very many players athletically capable of making a block like Tianchi Brown did. First of all, she came from a long ways, from underneath the basket all the way out for about a 20 to 21-foot perimeter shot, closed the distance, and then jumped up and got a piece of the shot to block it where it wound up middle of the lane. Impressive.
She's going to get a break right now as Bailey Irvine checks into the game. Avila with the ball, driving right side. Robinson doesn't cut her off. And Anna Curtis trying to drive baseline, and that's going to be Robinson's third.
I know Avila's struggled. They've had a lot of turnovers on the season. They get a basket inside there, but I'm really impressed how they've attacked offensively.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they're just taking advantage of Evangel not paying attention and getting an easy inbound to Bruner. It's an uncontested shot from the block. Landolt skips to Akins, left open for a three. Leaves it just a little bit short. Avila comes up with a big board. Avila leading 38-35. Teams have kind of traded leads this half, but now Avila back up by 3. 11:50 to go in the game. Brinkley with the ball, passes over to Samantha York. She's going to fire a three, and she nails it.
That was a bomb from way out on the right side. She'll stop play. I'm thinking it's just maybe a delay
player
warning.
Well, I think it is a warning. Yeah, Waka got the warning from the official for something.
They're having them write it down in the book, whatever it was. It's not a technical, but I think it's a delay of game warning on the Eagles. But I'm just really impressed. Avila, I think maybe it takes a while for you to kind of find your way in a season when you've lost your point guard and some leadership. They don't look like a team that averages 21 turnovers a game and is a little bit anemic offensively. They've been aggressive and sound tonight.
Near turnover for the Crusaders. Irvine trying to lob underneath, and good luck. You need to put a little more air on it to get it over Bruner.
And they've got 3 or 4 players that can handle on the perimeter, Leslie. Mm-hmm. Then you've got Bruner inside. I mean, that's a pretty good combination.
Irvine's going to fire from 3. Had enough distance, just rattled around, and Rumfeld nearly comes up with a rebound, but has it grabbed by Gimlin. It's going to be a tied-up ball, and Avila has the possession arrow. A couple of substitutions during that last delay there as Rumfeld and McSpadden both check back in for Evangel. Waka taking it up the floor, passing it off to Brinkley. Brinkley dribbling around, will fire from three. It looked like McSpadden got a hand on it, but the three goes in. And she did that with a hand in her face, nails the three. And now the Crusaders find themselves trailing by 9 points.
Critical sequence here. I mean,
yes.
This thing was even, and now you're in a little hole.
The biggest point deficit of the game. Landolt's going to try to answer that three. Does it. Ball doesn't move in the air. But it goes through. That's all that matters. A big basket by the Crusader. Landolt cuts off, Rumfeld cuts off York. Avila moving it quickly around the perimeter. Feet inside to Bruner. She just can't get a grip on it, but it's knocked out of bounds by a Crusader. And Avila will inbound underneath their own basket. Hopefully Crusaders paying attention this time. Look a little more ready for it. Gimlin's going to turn and fire the inbound pass, and she nails that. And Eagles just can't seem to miss right now.
There's another good inbound play, though. They got Gimlin open, a little 15-foot jumper. She's going to make that.
And no hesitation. Irvine with it out top of the key, now with Landolt with it. Again, Avila plays a 2-3 zone. Pretty aggressive 2-3 zone. Sierra McSpadden firing from three, no good. And Avila again coming up with a rebound. Irvine waiting a little too long to break to the basket. Can't get the rebound. Waka dribbles it up floor, will hand it off to York. York has it poked away by Landolt, but she reaches a little too much, and she's going to get stuck with a foul. Just her second, team sixth.
Just to show you how good the Avila defense has been, I don't think McSpadden has had a single-digit scoring game this year. She's been in double figures in all 10, and above 20 for most of those, or a handful of those, including 29 Saturday. Just 2 made baskets today.
Avila with the ball on their end. York open for a three, steps back and fires a little bit short, and a great rebound by the smallest person on the court as Landolt comes away with it.
He's got 5 or 6 rebounds tonight.
Akins with the ball right side. Passes Irvine top of the key, finds Landolt now to the left. Skip pass. Gets in the hands of Akins. It moves it inside to McSpadden, who's fouled from behind. As the defender couldn't get in front of her, ends up kind of pushing her. And I believe that's Samantha York that gets called for that one.
Hopefully Evangel can do that more and flash McSpadden to the middle of the lane on the back side of it, because that's hard to defend. And Avila, the only way they could defend it was to foul her, and it was York that got her second one.
Inbounds pass goes top of the key. Landolt fires the three and rattles it through. Landolt, a hot hand. The last couple of trips brings the Crusaders within 5. Just a little over 9 minutes to go in this ball game. Waka brings it up the floor. Passes to Brinkley. Brinkley finds Bruner, who's pulled out top of the key. Now hands it back to her point guard, Waka. Brinkley right side, looking to feed, does so to Bruner, who gets the bounce pass. McSpadden tries to grab it, can't do it though. And Bruner puts up the shot from the block. Bruner with 13 on the evening. Crusaders having a hard time figuring out how to stop her exactly. Akins with it, top of the key. Now Brown left side. Needs some help, nothing going inside. Finds Landolt well outside the three-point arc. Akins with it, now back to Landolt. Skips it to Brown. Brown fires a three as well. No good, though, off the back of the rim. Bruner comes up with the rebound. Battle for the board, but McSpadden just didn't have position on it, and she'll get called for the foul. But I believe that's just her first.
It is a little bit of a frustration foul and bad timing because it's her first but team's 7th. Yes. And Avila gets to walk the length of the floor the other way for free throws. And when you're battling back in a position of the point or in the game now when you need stops and ability to chip away, instead Avila gets foul shots now.
So Bruner at the line makes the first one. Her second trip to the line tonight. She was 1 of 2 earlier. Her second one on its way, and she nails that one. So now Bruner with 15, leading all scorers this evening. And Crusaders trail again by 9, 41-50. A little under 8.5 to go. Brianna Walsh in the game, flashes in, can't get the pass though. Landolt with it, skips it to Brown. Brown drives middle of the lane, kicks it off her foot though, and into the hands of Courtney Gimlin, who quickly takes it the other direction for Avila. Hands off to her point guard, Waka, and a flashing Brianna Walsh gets the pass, knocks it to Akins on her way out of bounds. but the ball thrown away but tipped by an Eagle and into the Evangel bench. Crusaders get it back.
It's a terrific hustling play by Bree Walsh. Not only deflecting the pass, but then lunging it to save it in bounds and got it to a teammate.
Akins with the ball top of the key as Crusaders work it inbounds. Brown skips the pass to the right side. Landau fires the three, no good. Brown, though, comes up with the rebound, and Crusaders can reset their offense. Now Akins will shoot it. Again, no good. And this time Bruner, though, comes up with the big defensive board to stop the Crusaders. Crusaders have fired a lot of three-pointers tonight. Not able to work it inside as much as they'd like. Bounce pass goes to Bruner on the right block. She fights against Rumfeld, puts it up, and no whistle blown, no shot made. And the Crusaders push it quickly the other direction. Akins with it right side, stopped though by an Eagle. Now it's going to be Walsh who fires for three, well off the mark, and Waka with the board. She'll slow it down a little bit this time and walk it up the floor. 7 minutes to go. Crusaders trailing by 9. Crusaders in a man-to-man matchup. Brinkley with the ball right side. Brings it top of the key, passes to Gimlet. She skips it right back. The defender unable to battle through the screen, but the shot no good off the back of the iron. And Smith cleaned it up. Waka now resets top of the key. Back to Smith left side. Goes to her right, picks it up, has to fire in a nice pass on a pick and roll to Bruner, and she's fouled from behind, and that shot had to be fouled, I think. Otherwise, It was just an uncontested layup.
I watched Bruner that whole set that time, and that was just, I mean, if you appreciate inside play, I mean, it doesn't necessarily look pretty, but if you appreciate that, then it's a thing of beauty. A hard screen, rolled to the basket while the ball went to the wing, got open and got position on a defender, and all Evangel could do is foul. That's just a veteran play that knows how to move within an offense.
And Brianna Walsh comes out of the game for the Crusaders as Sierra McSpadden comes back in, and Bruner gets the second one to fall, so she's up to 16.
Avila called timeout. The officials kind of looking at him like, well, maybe it was waved off. Or maybe actually I think they wanted a substitution that was there then didn't happen.
Crusaders, though, will call timeout after that little bit of confusion. They trail by 10, the biggest deficit of the evening for Evangel. 6:22 to go. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
Let's take two. We've got 5 left. Is that right? Okay.
Welcome back to the Ashcroft Center. Leslie Callison and Ed Beach with you on this Thursday evening. Lady Crusaders trailing by 10 in the waning minutes of the second half. 41-51 with 6 on the clock. Brown with the ball left side for Evangel. They control it on their end of the floor. Brown now back with it. She's going to fire the three with a few seconds left on the shot clock, and she gets it. Leading the Crusaders now with 13 and pulling them within 7 of Avila.
Now you need stops, Leslie.
We'll see if the Crusaders can do that. Landau guarding Waka full length of the court. Goes to her right, passes off to Brinkley. Frankly, looking for something, has to bring it top of the key. Gets it to York. Lob pass down low to Bruner. Good help defense by Emily Akins coming on the backside. Ball tied up. Evangel gets it back, and there's your first stop.
It's one thing to hit a three, but then you've got to be able to put together a little maybe 6 or 7 point run to get back in striking distance late, and not a whole lot of time with which to work.
Evangel with the ball. Brown's got it top of the key now to Akins. One-handed pass to Landolt right side. Skips it back to Akins, who's moved to the left wing. Shot to take it top of the key. Finds a flashing McSpadden, puts it on the floor, kicks it back out to Akins, dribbles at the elbow, puts it up and good. With just a few seconds left on the shot clock, Evangel showing some patience and getting a couple of points for it.
Like that from Emily Akins. She's a really good spot-up shooter, but to score up the bounce like that, a nice skill to pick up.
Crusaders now within 5. Walker with the ball top of the key. Takes it left side to Gimlin. Gimlin's going to launch it from 3. Pretty shot. And Gimlin's hit several of those tonight and pulls her team back up by 8.
That was a deep bomb, about 23 feet.
Akins has it top of the key for the Crusaders. Works it left side to Brown. Brown finds McSpadden on the left wing. Now to Akins. Akins open for 3. Looks a little short. And it is. Waka comes up with a rebound. Brown fighting for it, though. Trying to come up with the offensive board. Crusaders now desperately do need a defensive stop. Unable to score on the other end. Find a cutting Waka, and she gets 2 points. Nice flash cut to the basket, and she was open, beating Landolt. And nobody down there to help. Crusaders trail again by 10. McSpadden with the ball out front, finds Rumfeld, kicks it out to Landolt, now to Akins. Good ball movement, leaves Akins open. She adds enough this time, and Akins drains the 3, pulling the Crusaders back within 7, prompting Coach Neal to call it timeout. So we'll do the same here. 49-56, Crusaders trail with 3:44 to go. You're listening to Crusader Basketball. Stay tuned, we'll be right back after this.
Let's do 2 more. 2.
Welcome back. We're at the Ashcroft Center this evening where Evangel is taking on Avila. Lady Crusaders starting things off. The men will follow after this ball game. Lady Crusaders, though, finding themselves on the trailing end right now, 49-56. Eagles up by 7. Emily Akins just drained a 3 right before the timeout to pull the Crusaders within those 7 points. And now Crusaders trying to stop the Eagles on defense and prevent that lead from getting any bigger. Waka coming up, challenged by Landolt, pulling the court, passes to Brinkley right side. Nice feed to Bruner. Rumfeld was biting on the help on the screen, and Bruner just took off. And now a foul.
There's a late whistle, and Rumfeld got a clean block on top. They had to call it because she also put a hand in Bruner's back and gave her a pretty good shove. It was late, but it was there.
Well, that will send Bruner to the line to shoot 2. That's Rumfeld's 4th personal foul. The first free throw is no good. Team's 9th.
Actually, not a bad foul to take. Yeah, it's your 4th, but it prevents what would have been an easy 2.
Absolutely. Bruner's already missed 1 free throw. Nails the second one, though, with 17 points. She's leading all scorers tonight, and that's going to prompt an Eagles timeout. They lead by 8. Evangel trailing 49-57, 3.5 to go. We'll be right back after this.
We have 1 left now, or 2 left now? 2 left. Not now.
Welcome back at the Ashcroft Center. Lady Crusaders playing the Avila Lady Eagles. Crusaders trailing 49-57. Found themselves trailing early in this ball game, as much as 2-11, but then chipped away and finished just trailing by 2 at halftime. Came out of the gate pretty strong. Took the lead within the first few minutes of the second half, but kind of went back and forth with Avila, but then relinquished that lead. I don't know what, at about 16 minutes or so.
About a little lull midway through the half, where Evangel went from around 1 or 2 down to down by 9 or 10. Crusaders still kind of hanging around, down 7, 3.5 to go. That's manageable. But Avila has looked solid in this game. They look nothing like a 3-10 team.
Yeah, and any momentum the Crusaders have started to get, they've put it out pretty quickly, not letting any really big runs happen. Evangel needs one, though, trailing by 7 with just a little over 3 minutes to go. Evangel with the ball in their end. Landau flashes inside, but a little outmatched in the interior. Has to kick it back out. Brown with it, 8 on the shot clock. Pulls up from inside the paint, nails it off the glass. And Brown with 15 points on the night for the Crusaders, and now again they just trail by 6. Under 3 minutes to go. Brinkley with it for the Eagles on their end to our left. Waka with it, walks it back to the top of the key. Now she'll drive, kick it back out to Brinkley. Brinkley takes a screen from Bruner, kicks it out. And she thought she was kicking it out. Samantha York cut a little too far, and the ball goes flying out of bounds if Evangel gets it back.